Ready, Victoria?
I think I am. 'Cause
Oh my God.
falling into the couch.
I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. She missed that cue.
Right.
We'll try it again. Ready?
No, it's okay.
I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day.
Cool.
I'll do the quack.
You are. Excellent. So, welcome to another Feel It Real Fun for you on the 3rd of May 2022.
Because I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. All right. Oh, we got the cool kids here. Look at that. Triple D, Dr. Brian.
Excuse me.
Triple D, Coral. Triple D, what's her name? Ego. Ego.
Hello, Bruce.
Taya. Look at all these Triple D and Gail Smell. And oh my God. And MM people.
Yeah. Cool.
Ego, it's got to be late for you. Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. Jess has not seen Jason Bourne.
Whoa. You got to
Whoa.
watch that, Jess.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really
Triple D,
cool
Joe Weldon. Boom.
All
All
of
right.
them.
Ashley. Triple D.
Okay, so go to easymanifestingmethods.com.
Easymanifestingmethods.com. Get on that email list. Get the goodies. I stopped talking to people.
When?
Well, like when they text
You were
me.
just on an hour call with Jess.
Well, true. But I mean, like when they text me now, I say first, hey, okay, cool, I got it. So this is where you need help, right? Do you get the, yeah, well, the first thing I say, this is so clever because I say, so this
First
is where,
thing you write.
so this is where you're stuck at. Yep. Right. Cool. What's your email? And then I see 3 dots and 3 dots
And they don't.
and the 3 dots because they're deciding, do I trust this guy or not?
Yeah.
Right? It's like, yeah, I'm making you put skin in the game right away. So it's like, cool, got it. I double check. It's like, yep, you don't get the daily email. I can tell. Right? I'm really blunt. Right? Here's what I'm going to suggest to you. But number one, get those videos. Easymanifestingmethods.com.
Yeah.
Right? 7 videos, yada, yada, yada. Impotent stuff.
Impotent.
Yep.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That is the rightness. $97, 98 program. I know I keep saying, And the number one reason why most people don't try it is because they haven't done it. They've done something different that didn't give them the results that they wanted. And it's like saying, right, I once had a hot dog I didn't like, so I'm not going to eat eggs. Right? Seriously. I mean, the logic that people live by, that they limit themselves by, it's like, radio. It's risk-free. Go read a couple thousand success stories. Do you think it works? ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. And finally, Victoria.
And finally, for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
Right. So Triple D, the doors are open, by the way. I'm going to subtitle this one On Freaking Fire. Triple D on Freaking Fire, because I am really on fire after like changing. Like, you're going to hear about some wins today. I've talked about them before. But what I've had in the past week, the people that are signing up for the current Triple D, I feel for you. Right?
I feel for you.
I feel for you. I have not been this on fire in a long time.
Cool.
So,
Good one.
DDD on fire, says Coral.
Yeah.
That's right. So, Victoria, today we're going to rock and roll is here
Rock
to
and
stay.
roll.
It will never die.
With revision.
That's right. Gaza, Triple D. Boom.
Hello, Gaza.
All right. All right. So it all started with a post, by the way. And somebody put a post up in the group about having problems with Neville Goddard's review technique, which like really, really made me think a little bit, because this is not about review, not about relive, it's about revision. And I get it. Probably a foreign language or a thing you do.
Yeah.
But really, people do a lot of review and a lot of relive instead of revise. And so the comments show up in the group, right? People just saying, I don't like revision. I don't do it. I don't need to. And I just go, righty-o. Let's dive in. Because I got to tell you, if you've declared war on revision, right, you got another thing coming. So, Victoria, just read some of them comments from the group.
Comments from the group. Seems like there's a bit of confusion out there.
Yeah, in the brackets is me, right? So
Revision implies. Oh, so where do you want?
yeah,
Just from
that's
here?
it. Yeah.
Revision implies I need to revise something.
All right, now tell me, like, if you're going to go down that rabbit hole, right? So if I revise, that means I have to revise something. Righty-o. So it's like saying, right, If I eat something, that implies that I need food. I enjoy her yum. Like, just to be blunt. So, by the way, revision implies I need to revise something. No, revision done well is you get to dial up anything you want to. Right? You don't got to imagine up problems to revise. You can revise something good. Right? Victoria brought in like 5 little apples.
Oh, crab apples.
Yeah, I can imagine 50 just for fun. Right?
Yeah, will one day. Tree's getting bigger.
Yeah, you get it? You can turn some good into great, but more on that later. Continue,
Okay.
Victoria.
I used to go back into my past and try and revise areas that I felt I didn't like.
Oh my God! So now this is cool. These are common mistakes, and this is why I'm pulling these right from the comments. This is not anything against anyone. This is just pulling up. You're sharing the common mistakes. You don't go into your past to try to revise areas that you didn't like. I mean, you can. See, Neville says about revising what you're not satisfied with. If there's any part of my day, if there's any part of it, yeah. By the way, Neville talks about at bedtime. Go back and revise the reactions that you had that really weren't all that good, right? Like it's like whoa. In other words, you don't got to go back and revise 40 years of your childhood. This is sort of where the post began, because I'm 56.
Yes.
Right? So if I have to revise 56 years worth of shit, and I do one day a day, I'll be old when I'm done with it, right?
One day a day.
Right. But Neville talks about, look at your reactions during your day. Your reactions that you had today are indicative of shit that's on your mind. What's on your mind? Shit that you don't want? Revise it, right? Upgrade your reactions a little bit, but more on that later. So that it's a daily little practice. Somebody hashtag that down.
Daily little
practice, right? And by the way, there's a reason why in Dream Driven Day the doors are open. We nail pruning the vine and revision in the first week. But more on that shortly.
I've been bored going back.
Yeah. I've been bored. I love this one. My friend that put that up. I totally get you. Right? Why would I go back? It's like I could go back to Catholic school. It was boring and it was hellish, right? Why would I go back to there? On the other hand, if the boring, hellish Catholic school disturbed my coffee yesterday, I'll imagine up a different coffee experience yesterday, right? I'll just revise yesterday, be done with it, right? Yeah, Jess says it's fun to play with revision. Oh, yeah, baby. If you're doing it, cute, DDD rocks. Thanks, buddy. If you're actually doing it, it's fun.
They're not comments, but just
this
notes
is
to self.
Notes to self. So notes to self. Ready? Why did Neville big time love revision? We'll share a quote shortly. Wait till you hear what he has to tell you about it. I actually wrote that in there. This is why we dove deep in Triple D. So, Victoria, time for you to get to work.
All right. So Neville says, I firmly believe that if you wisely and daily use the pruning shears of revision, that you will find there is no objective beyond your ability to realise. And I mean that seriously. No objective beyond your ability to realise.
All right. To put this in context, this is from the Pruning Shears of Revision, 1956. Neville's been teaching for a while. And so, the big lectures everyone like resells on the YouTubes and stuff are the 1948 core lectures, right?
These are the 54, actually. But anyway,
I'm sorry, 1954. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm 56. This happened in 54.
Yeah.
But get how cool this is. The 48 lectures, the core lectures, they're awesome. But like it's all these years later, and he's saying, "Look, gang." Right? I firmly believe, listen to this language. I firmly believe that if you will wisely and daily use the pruning shears of revision, that you will find that there is no objective beyond your ability to realize, not attract, not vibrate with, right? Realize. And I mean that seriously. Listen to this language. I mean, I read that and I go, I think he liked it a little bit. Like whenever I look at,
he's pretty convinced.
Yeah, I think he's, maybe a little bit kind of convinced about it, except for like whenever a revision doesn't really not everyone could. Anyway, Victoria, So that was the second sentence in the pruning shears of revision, right? But thank God, right, that we can get beyond Neville and never need to do it. Anyway, continue, Victoria.
Okay, and so this one is from
Same one, right?
I feel that this morning's subject, that this could be it. That if I never said another word and you heard it and believed it and really used it, this would be the planting that would spread from us here that tomorrow could not undo.
Right. Revision kind of works sometimes. It might be fun to play with, but hide from it. Jesus. You get what he's saying here? I mean, I read this and I go nuts. By the way, I didn't always love revision. Revision for me used to be the fix-it tool.
Yeah.
And when you use it as a fix-it tool, it's like, if you use it as a fix-it tool, you have to use it as a break-it tool. Right? So you have a hammer, and it's like, what can I fix? What can I break? What can I fix? What can I break? There's my windshield. What can I fix? What can I break?
No.
Right? If revision is your fix-it tool, well, there's a bug on my windshield. Right? It's not a hammer. All right, continue, Victoria.
For it is magic, this pruning shears of revision. It really is not only the achievement of objectives, but if you do it daily, it will awaken in you the spirit of Jesus, which is continual forgiveness of sin.
Is that enough? Right? Oh, I've got plenty more. But this is so cool. Hit the cancel button. Cancel that. Cancel. Right? Remember to say cancel. That does things, right? This just drives me crazy insane in a good way, right? It's magic, right? If you do it daily, it'll awaken in you the spirit of Jesus. Right? The continual forgiveness of sin. This is why Neville said some things like, revise the conversation while you hear it. I can't tell you. Sometimes I've watched her watch me, right? While people say dumb shit to me.
Or while you say dumb shit back.
Oh, no.
No.
Right? But I'll just be sitting there and I'll be hearing what I want to hear. And you can just watch their sales deflate. And then something good comes out. Because I'm not buying their bullshit. Right? I revise the conversation while it's happening, right? And by the way, this ain't just about outdoor speaking. We've talked about this. What are the conversations in your head while it's happening, right? So do I have the quote on there about revise the conversation as it's happening?
There's a lot of
quotes. Yeah, we're not going to read all those. But I've got a massive resource paper for this, right? If you watch this later... there we go. Why not do as my friend does and revise the conversation as you hear it? If the words are not what she wants to hear, she does not listen. In Remarkable and in Triple D, we explore this whole thing of like Neville heard things. He didn't walk around saying them. It was, how do you hear something? Right? How do you hear? What do you hear? I have no ears to hear what I don't want to hear. Right? So you revise.
It's nothing to do with the spoken word.
There's nothing to do with the spoken word.
It's how you're hearing it.
It's how you're hearing it, right? And it can be how, like, I hear somebody actually yakking at me. But more importantly, it's like, what's going on in there? So we talked about this last week. And by the way, I love that other people are doing this now. There's some good he posted in the group. But it was just over a week ago, like 10 days or so ago, where Cuba and I were trying to figure out where to park the cars so we could go for the dog walk. And I said, let's park at the leisure center, otherwise known as the pool. Galaxy, honorable and dignified. You got it. And I said, let's park at the pool, right? So I go there tomorrow. Again, this is an easy win. I go there tomorrow, parking at the pool. In other words, I imagine getting out of my car at the pool. That makes me drive there tomorrow, right? Not hard. You're doing this all the time, right? So, and as soon as I do that, I don't wait. I change it as I experience it. I imagine I don't hear what I don't want to hear. I don't see what I don't want to see. I feel getting out of my car to go in the pool. This is 8 o'clock in the morning. Actually, 9 o'clock in the morning. So 9 o'clock in the morning, 2 hours later, right after I make a correction on my notes, 2 hours later, right? Dan the man comes out and he says, we're letting you go back to the pool. We're demolishing this whole thing about a vaccinated versus an unvaccinated economy. Okay. Because for a year, we couldn't go out to eat. We couldn't get a haircut. Right? Couldn't get our toenails done. None of that stuff. Because if you were not vaccinated, you couldn't. And I allowed myself to hear that. until I decided not to. I imagined parking at the dog park to walk the dogs, and I was like, no, I'm going to revise what I just imagined and run with this. I revised what I just imagined. I didn't imagine anything bad. Here's the thing. If revision is a war, bad versus good, you're going to have a rough time with it. But if a revision is just like, you know what, I'm not going to settle for parking there and watching people go into my building. I'm imagining parking there and walking into my building. Yeah, and that's it, And 2 hours later, Dan the man came out and said, hey, I said you were going to wait till November, right? It was April, right? We're not going to wait till then. We're going to come Friday. We're going to change it all. Okay, 2 hours. That's the power of this. Denying my desires, the state of John the Baptist, Triple D people, how we dive into that in call 2, right? I was denying my own desires by listening to Dan. I stopped listening to Dan. I heard what I wanted to hear. I did what I chose to do. I got out of the car, and I heard the corridor close, knowing I'm going into the pool. I changed what I imagined versus getting out of the car to walk to the dogs. This is so important. I revised what I imagined. And at that point, everything changes. Dan comes out and says, we're not going to make you wait 6 more months. Wonder why. You can do this all the time. And we got a bunch more revision quotes, but we're not going to make Victoria type them all in. Why? Because we love her. M-O-U-S-E.
M-O-U-S-E.
Yeah, Victoria Mouse. Victoria Mouse. It's the Mickey Mouse thing.
Oh, okay. So that was our show. Tell us, what was your hashtag STRAWBERRYBIT? Yes.
I got another success story.
Oh, okay.
All right. Can I share it?
Yeah, share it.
Because you don't know it.
Okay.
All right. So watch her reactions to this, because she doesn't know about this one. So we're in the loo. It's Sunday morning. And
you and me.
Yeah.
In the bathroom.
Yeah. We're having our family meeting.
Family meeting,
right?
Yeah.
And she talks about, for lunch, we're having chicken soup. Because I asked her, I says, look, woman, I'm taking me to the Aldi's and buying some stuff. And she goes, get that Middle Eastern chicken. What's it called?
Butter chicken.
Butter chicken. Get that butter chicken stuff. We'll have that with the chicken soup.
Yeah.
Right? And my first reaction to the chicken soup was, by the way, I love her chicken soup, but I'm just not in a fucking mood for it. My first reaction was, right? I'm not a fan of for lunch, right? But she says, so she says, hey, chicken soup. And I go, right? And she goes, get that butter chicken. We'll have it with the chicken soup. Because, okay, right? But I really experience a strong yum for lunch, right? And so I leave the house. Right?
What did we do, actually? I don't remember.
This is so good, right? Because I'm imagining,
I remember we had butter chicken.
I am imagining really being satisfied with lunch. I'm also imagining her yum, right?
Yeah.
So I go to the Aldi's, I buy the butter chicken, and then there's this hunk of beef roasty stuff down there. And I went,
yes, that's right.
Wow, I haven't had beef roasty stuff in a long time. See, I don't even know how you do that.
Yeah.
So I look down, like, beef roasty stuff, like a chunk of beef.
Yeah, right.
And I come home. Well, on the way home, I call.
Yeah.
And tell her, woman, I just finished me up at the Aldi's. I'm coming home. Right? Yeah. And she goes, we got a problem. This ought to be great. Right? And she goes, remember chicken soup? She goes, chicken soup actually turned out to be corned beef and cabbage.
Yes.
Love me some corned beef and cabbage.
Tell.
Right? She couldn't tell. So now we're going to do the Marky thing on it. Yeah. So it's like, corned beef and cabbage. I love me corned beef and cabbage. Right?
Yeah.
Now, here's the cool thing. I get to have me corned beef and cabbage. I get to have her corned beef and cabbage. And she gets to have almost all the butter chicken.
I did.
So she's happy. I'm happy. There's no war
of,
well, if she imagines chicken soup and you imagine it's like anything else, who wins? So I just imagine my yum and her yum. And, oh, my God, it turns out to be corned beef and cabbage. Right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. My first reaction, chicken soup.
Brian likes corned beef.
Yes, I can tell. First reaction to chicken soup. Little flat.
So it was your fault.
So it's my fault. Right? But then I imagine yum. I don't bother dictating whether or not it's the chicken soup or whatever. But it turns out to be super yum because I go into that state. Don't wait. Always be revising. If your reaction sucks, Tony Doyle. Alrighty-o.
Okay.
Triple D, y'all.
So I asked you all what your strawberry bit was.
All right, so what's your strawberry bit, woman?
Remembering how it's nothing to do with the words. Like if you, because it's your reaction, it's how you hear the words.
Yes.
Was just that bit, really. Yeah. So revision, it's all about your reaction to it. So, yeah.
Cool, I'm with you.
And what's yours?
Cool.
Corned beef and cabbage.
Corned beef and cabbage.
That'll be
Tony Doyle, I'm going to send you a message. I'm going to work on a schedule bit for you with you.
Schedule bit.
Since you're back in black.
Back in black.
The, gosh darn it. You know, it's funny. I wake up in the morning and I do my Joseph Goddard every single day. And it's like the first thing that happens in the morning is I wake up and there is a little feeling of, oh, what do I got to get done today? It's like, no. So I lift myself up a little bit. You know what I mean? And it's like I imagined again, my first reaction, morning. Right? Just a little bit today. Like, righty-o. So I revised that reaction in the morning, right? Immediately. And then the good shit shows up. And this post, this means a lot to me because we put together that little offer revision to the max.com, $7. Definitely get that if you want to play with revision in some cool ways. I'm getting to it. My strawberry bit is really revising what you just imagined. Because I'm getting just so powerful, so fast. Because your reactions are an imaginal event. She says chicken soup. I go, again, I'm not satisfied. I'm just not feeling the thrill.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? It's like I'd be good with some vinegar and some yogurt and some butter chicken and some anything fucking else besides chicken soup.
Just butter chicken and something.
But gosh darn it. It got by the way, it also makes her happy because it gets shit out of the freezer, right?
Well, that's what we're doing at the moment, just having a little...
Yeah, cleanse.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's nice. Start stocking up with more chicken soup.
Exactly. That's what we do. We stock up on shit, and then we got to eat it.
Chili beef, we decided.
We're making chili.
Yeah.
Yeah, grass-fed beef.
Not beef, lamb, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many bars am I dropping in this episode? 72, Brian. I am dropping 72 bars of gold in this episode.
72?
72. Okay. I have determined that. And fuck it. I'm going to revise. 77. Hoo-ha.
Wow.
I tell you what, if I keep it up, it's going to be a long show. 912. Oh! By the way, you can do it this way. Seriously. You can just, when something's good, you imagine it up as great. You imagine it up as great. Double great. Jesus! Why are you always smiling? Because people think I'm positive. I am not positive. Yeah, I'm playful.
Okay, so while you keep typing in your hashtag strawberry bits, go to easymanifestingmethods.com.
This is if you're just starting out with us, right? Sign up, Wyatt. Yeah, get on them. By the way, it ended with a bang. That's all we're going to say about Ozark. The Ozark ended with a bang. Right? That's all we're going to say. Can't say nothing else. It ended with a bang. So, but anyway. So, yeah. Sign up, all that shit. Go ahead, Victoria.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
$97, 90 days, no big deal. All right. Are you imagining $1 a day when you go $1 a day? Right? Is that your reaction? Or are you like imagining upright? $100, no biggie. Hoo-ha.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
If you imagine the bad reaction, imagine a good reaction. Oh my God! If you imagine
the battery action,
bad. Yeah.
Oh, the bad.
$1 a day, it'll ruin my life. Right. It will. Right. Yeah. $100, no big deal. So let's even take it even further. Like, wow, dropping the fucking bucket. Fuck it, chuck it, bucket. Anyway, and dreamdrivenday.com, gang. Right? We've got 1/3 of the seats gone. It starts in 10 days. This is when I start sending out more emails. Some of y'all, don't wait. All right? If you got a question or something, if you're curious about Dream Driven Day but not sure, drop me an email. Right? I'm always willing to chat a little back to you. Right?
Cool.
Answer your questions.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, we got some cool people signing up this time. Some veterans and It's going to be a rock and roll. Remember, this is DDD on fire.
DDD on fire.
DDD on fire. I've sent it on email on that, but not now because I'm going to go cook some pig.
Yes.
Cooking some pig flesh.
Okay, you guys.
I can't imagine learning anything from someone that says pig flesh.
Yeah.
You got to realize some people, they actually imagine like that. They go, what could I learn from him? He eats pig flesh. It's radio. I'd revise that. Weldon says hog flesh, even better. Oh my God. Look at that. Hog flesh.
Okay. Have a great day, night. We'll catch us tomorrow.
I guess we're done.
We are.
All right. Victoria?
Yeah.
Look at that. Yummy pig flesh. DD equals amazeballs. Oh, thanks, Jess. I got all these cool kids. Oh, and remember, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. I just love that.
Yeah, watch it, Jess. It's
yeah, you got to watch it, seriously.
But is it a trilogy
actually,
or 4 of them?
Oh, there's 5 of them. But one of them didn't include Jason. Right? It was like the Bourne movie that blowed. Right? Yeah. It's like, are you serious? You have a Jason Bourne movie without Jason in it?
Yeah.
Like, really?
Nah.
It's like Debbie Does Dallas without Debbie. It's like, it's called Dallas. It's like, see, it just shows up. See, it's that novelty thing, Jess. Just anyway.